In the land of golden sunsets, where tales unfold, lies a realm of mystique, stories yet untold, where the Moors once roamed, proud and free, the legacy whispers through history's decree. O Moorish lands, adorned with grandeur and grace, your heritage etched upon each ancient place, from Alhambra walls where beauty unfurled, to Cordoba's mosque, a beacon of the world. Intricate pattern dance, adorning arches high, a symphony of artistic that touches the sky. Mosaic tiles ablaze with vibrant hues, reflecting the soul of a culture that still imbues. Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is about the Moors. I will talk about their origins, debunking some false claims, their conquest of Iberia, their golden age, their art, architecture, and science, their city-states, and lastly, their culture, contributions, and their reconquista, and a bit of poetry after my conclusions. So make sure to subscribe to make my efforts worth it, and if you have any opinions, feel free to comment down in the comment section. So, what is a Moor? A Moor were the Muslim inhabitants of northwestern Africa and the Iberian Peninsula between the 8th and the 15th centuries. The term Moor originated from the Latin word Maurus, meaning dark-skinned person. In the 7th century AD, Arab and Berber armies began to spread Islam across North Africa, and by 700 AD, much of the Maghreb and Northwest Africa has been converted to Islam. These early North African Muslim inhabitants came to be known as the Moors. The Moors were not a homogeneous ethnic group but a heterogeneous ethnic group primarily composed of the Berbers, who are the indigenous inhabitants of North Africa. Berbers comprised the majority of the Moorish population, especially in the early period of their rule in Iberia. And the Berbers were not a homogeneous group, they were as diverse as they come. Berber ethnic groups like the Rifians from the Rif Valley of northern Morocco, the Shilha and the Shuli from the Moroccan Atlas Mountains and Souss Valley, the Kabyle Berbers from northern Algeria around the Kabyle region, the Tuareg Berbers, who are the nomadic Berbers from Mali, Niger, and Algeria, the Sanhaja Berbers from Morocco, the Zenetis Berbers from areas of modern Algeria and Tunisia, and the Nafusa Berbers from western Libya. Another ethnic group among the Berbers were the Arabs, Arabian ethnic groups who migrated to North Africa in the beginning of the 7th century to spread Islam. They intermarried with the Berbers and led to integrations over generations. And these Arabs are the Arabized Egyptians from Egypt, Arabized Canaanites from modern-day Levant, Arabized Mesopotamians from modern-day Iraq, Arabized Sabaeans from modern-day Yemen, and lastly the Arabized Semitic tribes from the Arabian Gulf. And after some times, the Iberian locals, who are ethnic Iberians or Gothic descent, they converted to Islam and adopted the Arabic and Islamic cultural traditions. They came to be known as the Muladis, and they become one of the Moors. And the other ethnic groups are the Slavs. Some Slavic groups were taken as slaves or servants by the Moors and over time contributed to the Moorish Jimpo. The other group are the Jews. The Mizrahi Jews who lived through the Moorish-controlled areas like Al-Andalus and the Maghreb for centuries, they played an important religious minority role. And the other group are the Sub-Saharan Africans. Via the trans-Saharan trade and slavery, some Moorish groups acquired genetic lineages tracing to peoples of West and Central Africa. These people were a minority and not the main ethnic group among the Moors like the Afrocentrics claim to be. The Moors were a mixed people resulting from centuries of migration, intermarriage, and cultural assimilation among Northwest African Berbers with Arabian, Eurasian, Jewish, African, and Iberian ethnic influences after the 7th century AD Islamic conquest. Their shared religion, traditions, and primarily Arabic and Berber languages united these diverse ancestral population components under the overarching identity of Moorish, the term broadening to apply to all Muslim inhabitants of North Africa and Al-Andalus over the medieval period. In 711 AD, the Moors embarked on a campaign of conquest invading the Iberian Peninsula, which is modern-day Spain and Portugal, led by their Berber general Tariq ibn Ziyad. The Moors landed at Gibraltar, which derives its name from Jabal Tariq, meaning Mountain of Tariq. The mostly Christian Visigothic kingdom that ruled Iberia at the time were taken by surprise and fell swiftly to the invading Muslim armies. Within few years, the Moors had conquered nearly the entire Iberian Peninsula, with the exception of small areas in the Asturias mountains. The conquered Iberian territories were organized in the province of the Emirate of Al-Andalus by the Moors, and for over 700 years Al-Andalus flourished as a center of advanced culture and achievements under Moorish Islamic rule. The Caliphate of Cordoba emerged as the largest and most prosperous city in the whole of Europe, with a population estimated at over 100,000 people. Major advances were made in fields like agriculture, mining, trade, public works, administration, philosophy, science, engineering, art, and architecture. The culture of Al-Andalus synthesized both Islamic and pre-existing Iberian Roman Gothic cultural traditions. The Moorish art, architecture, and scientific achievements are renowned for their ingenuity and beauty. Moorish architecture, characterized by intricate geometric patterns, horseshoe arches, and ornate decorations, can still be admired in landmarks such as the Alhambra in Granada and the Great Mosque of Cordoba. The decorative tiles and intricate plasterwork left landmarks across Spain. Irrigation innovation from canals and norias massively boosted their agricultural productivity. Major advances in fields of navigation, astronomy, mathematics, medicine, botany, and geography build upon works of ancient Romans, Greeks, and Persians. Tolerance of Jews and Christians led to a prolonged, vibrant intellectual culture in cities like Cordoba and Toledo, which preserved Greek, Roman classics in translation. The Moors also left a profound influence on Spanish language, music, and other cultural traditions which still endure today. And in the 11th century, the Caliphate of Cordoba splintered into 30 smaller independent Moorish city-states called taifas. This political fragmentation weakened the Moors and gave openings for the gradual southward expansion known as the Reconquista by northern Christian kingdoms. Major military setbacks followed the Moors, including the fall of Toledo in 1085 to Alfonso VI of Castile. Nonetheless, some powerful Moorish kingdoms persisted, and most notably Granada, which lasted until 1492 as the final Moorish stronghold. The legacy of the Moors endured for centuries as a formative period of achievement, prosperity, and multiculturalism in Iberia. Their innovations across many dominions left an incredible imprint on Spanish and Portuguese identities. As the first Muslim inhabitants of Europe, the story of the Moors offered many lessons still relevant in today's interconnected, globalized world. And the sad thing is, the modern day Spaniards and Portuguese ignore this history and the legacy of the Moors in their country. So, O Moorish spirit, resilient and strong, your legacy sings an everlasting song. Through empires fade and kingdoms may fall, in the tapestry of humanity you reside, O Moorish land, forever our guide. So let us honor the Moors with hearts sincere. Their legacy cherished, their presence held dear. For in their footsteps we find wisdom and grace, and a world touched by the Moors' embrace. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, stay curious.